This is your own boy, DJ Iwo. I'm back with reality.
No problem, go step down.
Just we are suffering off.
You need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
We suffering too much.
You need to step down. No problem, go step down.
The country get here.
You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
Nowhere to go.
You need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
No money in the bank.
You need to step down. No fucking go step down.
For taking people.
You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
To get full of war.
You need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
Liberian people suffering.
You need to step down. No fucking go step down.
Everything la propo.
You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
We now get hospital.
You need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
We now get good school.
You need to step down. No fucking go step down.
No economy for children.
You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
No good company.
You need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
The working you get to pay.
You need to step down. No fucking go step down.
Every day you day
You
separate.
need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
No justice for the
You
poor.
need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
Every day women
You
repeat.
need to step down. No fucking go step down.
Because they get power.
You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
Just suffering poor people.
You need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
Retire report for
You need to step down. No fucking go step down.
You say you former player.
You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
No football
You
academy.
need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
People dying every
You
day.
need to step down. No fucking go step down.
JFK Tupac.
You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
Education for every
You
poor.
need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
We don't have a feeling.
You need to step down. No fucking go step down.
No good health
You
care.
need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
You know I seen the truth.
You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
Come to get here. Come to get here. Everybody go you crazy. We tire of joy we are. We tire of fucking pro. Back who me suffering. Them rather suffering. They can rather suffering. Yana boy suffering. Want to get here. Every day. No more Galpohkpa. No more fucking pro.
You need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
So we are suffering off.
You need to step down. No fucking go step down.
We suffering too much.
You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
The country get
You
here.
need to step down. Come on, then we are step down.
Nowhere to
You
go.
need to step down. No fucking go step down.
No money in the
You
bank.
need to step down. Go back to bed, step down.
take caring people.
You need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
Be careful at war.
You need to step down. Don't forget to step down.
Everybody, hey, hey, so free us,
Hello and welcome to the Pepperbird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepperbird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. This weekend is a solemn weekend. Yesterday was Good Friday, and tomorrow is Easter Sunday, the day that Jesus Christ resurrected from the dead. I've been so busy with my show, I forgot all of this until I got off and I started watching people talking about Easter and all of that because I come on very early. But today, my show is especially about Reverend Counsellor Pearl Brown-Bull. But before I start my show, I want to address the situation that occurred in America recently with the killing of the Capitol Police Officer William Evans, the injuring of another officer, and the killing of a black man who perpetrated this crime because of anger, frustration, just pure discombobulation, mental, from all the things that go on in this country. We had the white people attack the Capitol on January 6th, try to overthrow the government. Now we got the black people getting frustrated and trying to attack the Capitol too. We in a piece of mess in this country, man. So before I begin my show, let's take a few seconds to honor Officer William Evans, who was killed during this whole incident, for putting his life on the line. And these things always happen to the good officers. Believe it or not, they always happen to the good officers, white, black. They always happen to the good ones. So let's take a few seconds to pay my respect and our respect to Capitol Police Officer, U.S. Capitol Police Officer William Evans. Thank you. Now, my show today is dedicated to Pearl Brown. This is my cousin. And from since 1980, I've been sort of pissed off with my cousin. My cousin right now is one of the most independent women or women in Liberia today. You got to give her flowers. Pearl Bull is outspoken. She says what she wants to say. She doesn't care who hears it. You don't see her jumping from year to year with women group talking all kind of foolishness. She's something like me, a one-woman army. Pearl will say what she wants to say. But I will piss off with her because when our father was executed, which is her cousin, her mother is a Chesson. When our father was executed, nobody got her to do nothing but our father's estate, but Chesson estate. And I'm the young bastard. Well, got to put my hand in that kind of business. You know, I know my standard in that family. It's not to lead Chesson family. It's not. I'm one of Chesson's sons. And that's all it is. That's all I knew myself to be. I wasn't in this family business. I'm not that kind of man. I'm the keeper of faith. I'm not keeper of families, of properties, of people. No, I'm a keeper of the faith. And you follow me, you follow faith, because that's what I believe in. I don't believe in people. I believe in Jesus Christ. That's what I was telling my wife. She would tell me, oh, you don't do. I said, no. When you believe in Jesus Christ, you don't fight for Jersey. I don't have to go talk to nobody. I just tell Jesus. And whatever I want, he will go and make the people that I want to talk to do it. But you got to believe. You don't believe, then you be running behind man. I get tired running behind man. Because man is not God. He's not God. He will not do things for you for love, without consideration. He will not do things for you like that. You got to pay Jesus back when Jesus does things for you. You don't got to worry about him when he does things for you, whether he will take it back from you or not. When he give it to you permanent, he can't take it back. That's God. He doesn't give and take back. He gives, he takes. He doesn't give and take back. If he gives you, it stay with you forever. When you mess it up, he messes you up. He's going to take it back from you. He just cut you off and you finish. So people don't understand God. God is not a man to negotiate with. You can't negotiate with God. So you got to understand these things. And my cousin Pearl Bull, go read about Pearl Bull. Pearl is an independent woman. She got her law degree, got her college degree, went abroad, got her JD, came back, been practicing law. And there's not one Liberian lawyer who went to law school is practicing law in America or passed the bar exam to practice in America. Not one from Liberian law school. Many Liberians that practice law here, that people went to law school in America. Because our law school is not as expansive as American law. America is a federal system. We only take part of their law that relates to our system. So there are many aspects of American law we don't use in our system. Even the commercial law, we only use those aspects of the law that deals with shipping, with transfer of goods and properties, with letters of sales, and all those kind of things. Those are the only thing in commercial law we deal with. We don't deal with the massive transportation system. We don't deal with all the systems that have to, of the different states and the laws of the different states that you have to bring together through the general application of the law. State law is only the second part of the law, and state law is easy. State law is just minor law, but the major law they test you on That's the one you got to do the multiple choice things because the law is so vast. And you got to be precise. So it's a memory thing. It's not really knowing the law. You got to memorize that thing. Yes, in the end, you will have some grasp of it, but if you lose it, you will not gain it back. That's why you see American lawyers who specialize in special areas of law when they do their master's degree. They know the rest of the law, but only faintly. They can't recall it because they passed the law, the bar exam specifically to practice law in a specific area. And they go and be proficient in that area, either contract law or torts law or criminal law. There's various aspects, and the system is so vast in America. You can do torts law and make as much money as the person do criminal law or property law. You don't have to ever go to court in this country. That's law. So you got to understand the vastness of this system. So when people say they don't pass the bar exam, and that's something you can judge them on. Many Liberian lawyers, masters, PhD, never took the bar exam. So they don't know the challenges of what it is to take the bar exam. They came here, got their JD from law school and went back home. They were already lawyers. They didn't want to practice in America. So most of our lawyers came here, never took the bar exam. So that's why I had to take it continuously because I didn't want to remember it. I may never practice law in America. You crazy? I ain't gonna do that. But when I go to Liberia, I know I'm a king of law. Because I've done what other Liberians can do. And the Liberians who can pass the bar exam in this country cannot practice law in Liberia because they are American lawyers. Look at my sister Yvette. Look at my brother, all of them. All of them that got only American law degree and passed the bar exam, they can't practice in Liberia. I got to go there to practice because I'm a Liberian lawyer. And if they even go there to practice, they might not know the law because Liberian law is not American law. And these are all the things we got to be proficient in. So let me tell you about Pearl Brown-Bull. After my father died, none of our family people wanted to do the estate and probate aspect of my father's estate. So I'm a young bastard. Why getting up to go put my hand in this thing for? No, on our culture, I'm a little boy. I don't go put my hand in anything. But all of them refused to do it. And the rest of them couldn't do it because they weren't lawyers. So my stepmom, Florence Chesson, came to me and said, Rodney, you got to go do this thing. Nobody else wanted to do it. Everybody else either scared or don't want to touch the property. You're the only one can do this thing. So I said, look, I don't want to put my hand in your business because I don't like confusion. You say, oh, you got to do it. Come on, let's go. So I went, I did all the documents. Nobody gave me money. I filed all the documents. I did all the documents as I've always done. Everywhere I go, I do all the documents. That's why I'm tired. That's why I'm not doing it for Liberian people no more. Any organization or thing I put my hand in, nobody can hire a lawyer to do anything. I do all the documents. I do everything and file it. But when it comes to advising them, telling them the law, that's when they tell me, oh, why you telling them they can't do it, they can't do it. And nobody listens to me. But they want me to do all the work. They don't have nobody to do the work. So I do all the paperwork. I do all the legal work. And now one day is any of my work wrong. Now one day, as the court ever questioned the documents I filed. Now one day. Because I know how to write the law. I'm a legal writer. Every law firm I've been to in America, work in America, they hire me because of my writing. They tell me, go write something. Go brief this case and bring it back to me. As soon as I bring it back to them, they'll hire me right away. Because firstly, I write different. All the American lawyers who read my paper, they love it because They say I write old English. They said, man, we don't see people write like this no more. I said, I had to train me in Liberia where we write old English. Our law is to write, to explain your case, to break it down. In America, most people can't do that. They can't expand and expound on the legal training as I can. So many of the jobs I go to, as soon as I present it, the lawyers then would take my name off. One place I went, the lawyer took the white off right in front of me. He raised my name, he signed it, and handed it to me. He said, go file it. And when I filed it, I had the job right away. I had the job. But you see, some areas I'm not experienced in. So I can't charge them the way I want to charge them. I got to learn certain areas. So I go there to learn. And I've learned many aspects of the law, so that's why I don't bother it. But back to my cousin case. Liberian lawyers are different. I got to learn that the hard way. After I did all my father's estate work and filed it, we just needed an experienced lawyer to sign it. So if we had to argue it, they would go and argue it in the court. So we had to get Pearl. They said, let's get Pearl Brown-Bull, our cousin. Pearl comes in. Pearl go over the document, everything correct. Just to sign that thing, Pearl took all the money. She charged her $1,000 plus to do the document. So we handed her all the documents. She didn't have to do nothing. I had done everything. So she just looked and she looked at me. She said, good work, young lawyer. He signed it and took all the cash and walked away with it. And he even gave me $100 set, man. All the work I did, all the work I filed. My cousin Pearl just came and signed the paperwork as a professional lawyer, reviewed it, and turned to me and said, good work, young lawyer, and took all the cash and walked out. And I was so shocked, I couldn't, before I came to myself, Pearl had gone. I was sitting there, I said, what just happened? Pearl came and took that money and then gave me no money. And Pearl didn't give me none of that money. But that's how it was in Liberia. After Pearl did that, I worked for Rudolph Sherman. He was minister on a door. Rudolph called me and said, Chesson, I got all these things. I want rather than check it, I want from a corporation. Tell me what to do. I advised him. He told me to go through the documents. I opened about 8 or 9 companies for Rudolph, charging $1,000 per company. What Rudolph used to do. Rudolph didn't give me one damn cent. Every month I would get a gas slip, a book of gas slip. Rodney, come here, your gas slip. But he protected me. Nobody could fire me from the Ministry of Finance. They tried it. They said my name was Chesson. They tried to keep my check. I would just pick up the phone and call Rudolph. I said, Rudolph, you got messing with me. He said, no worry about it, Rodney. He would call down there. When I looked right in front of them, they would sit and hand me my check. I said, yeah. 6 months. They didn't want me to work. 6 months, I got paid the full pay for my position. Why? Because I'm a Liberian. I'm an educator. I'm a lawyer. First of all the idiots that came from abroad after they killed my people and they were leading ministry and things, all the people in the ministry used to answer to me before they answered to them because they were all my boys. It was taking people 3 months to get a salary on the payroll. It took me 3 days. It freaked all of them out. Oh, Chesson, how you got on the payroll 3 days? Your father did all of this, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, man, you can talk all you want. Keep the job. I would take the money. And for 6 months, I didn't work for underdog. I worked for the ID card. They promoted me to legal counsel. The native man out there refused to give me the letter. He wanted to know how I got on the payroll 3 days. He couldn't get on the payroll. And I got the full pay for the job. He had to take steps. Just imagine, the boss of the division of law, legal office in technical bureau in the Ministry of Finance, he was the boss. I was just a young lawyer coming to take my job. But I was getting my full pay. I was on the payroll before him. I sat before civil service and talked to Madam Chesson, and she signed all my documents and sent it forward. Then he wanted to know how I got it. I told him, I said, man, I'm a Liberian. I graduated from school here. I did everything in this country. You come from abroad. You can't challenge me. Hey, you didn't challenge me. 6 months I got paid. I never worked. I used to watch TV all day. Then at the end of the month, like everybody, I come to collect my pay. They won't stop it. I pick up the phone, I call Rudolph. I said, Rudolph, these bitches pay my pay. He said, leave it right now, we'll take care of it. When I look, I'm sitting ready to call ringing down there, pay Chesson. Then you see all the big money making, they got to check out, find Chesson check, find Chesson check, find Chesson. And I'm sitting right there looking at them with my hand in my pocket, just sitting there looking at them. Find Chesson check, find Chesson check. I was making $1,000 a month and not working for one damn day. I didn't work. And the minister himself got tired with it. Jones, he called me one day. He said, Rodney, come up here. I want to see you. I went up there. He said, my man, you can't be taking all this money and not working. I said, you shut up. You don't want to give me my appointment. The country man up there talking about him giving me my job. I said, that's your king. So he said, no, you can't get all this money. You got to do something. So he said, do this contract. He gave me the contract to do, and that was Vani helped me. Because I had never done a government contract before. So I called Vani. I said, Vani, I need your help. And that's how the lawyers were. They were willing to help each other. He called me. He said, come into my office. He sat me down. He brought on some things to me, explained to me how I should do it. I went and did my contract. Turned it into Dow Jones. Dow Jones approved everything. Signed it. They started doing the work. That reinforced me getting my pay even more. So I received my pay for 6 years 4 years until I left Liberia. I never worked one day, but they couldn't do nothing to me. People in the street were calling me to take their cases. Oh, just take my case. Why would I take your case for? I know almost everybody in my country. The only case I never used to hand up was foreign country that I used to give it to my boy. Farmer stubborn fee. I said, farmer, you want to do the thing? Go do it. But I never touched that. I know everybody in my country. Why going to law school for? Why going to court for? People call me and say, Chesson, I got a problem with that person. I said, no problem. I will take care of it. Just bring me something. No, I will not even bother people. I will just call my man. I said, my man, this other man, my man, what you got? What kind of problem you got? Settle your problem with my boy, man. And I hang my phone up. And I finish with it. I even know about the case. I would see my boy in the street. They would say, Chesson, you have $200. Man, you solved my case for me. Because they know I don't give it to me. They come back to me. I will find out what happened to the last case. So they know they had to satisfy me. And I wasn't about big money. Give me what you can give me. And that's why I always have money in Liberia. I was never broke. Because I never had to go to court. I was a national athlete. I played in Banga. I played in Nimba. I played in Zozo. I played in everywhere. The only thing I didn't go to the southern region. But all the other regions I played in Liberia. So right now, all the people in government know me. All your people from up country know me, except Grand G there and Maryland and other people, because I never reached there. There were no good rules. But everywhere there were rules in Liberia, my class went there for cutting and we challenged every high school and beat every high school. Ask all your children, ask all your parents who from up country, they will tell you about Chesson, the lucky X, the X. So I don't fight for Chesson. I know my country and my people. And I know my cousin Pearl. She's a one-woman army. And that's why I respect her. I listened to the newspaper report about her preaching yesterday at the Providence Baptist Church, one of the oldest church, the oldest church in Liberia, the oldest Catholic church. She also spoke about Liberia, who was a great Baptist minister. Liberia Mission is named after him. And that were all the Brewer people, the Carers were people, all of them that go there. I went there too. That were all of us that go when we grow up. All the miracles and the Congos, the real Congo people, and I talk about those false Congo people who don't know about Congo people business. I talk about the real Congo people. Those are the schools we go to. I went to Liberia. Everybody from Bureau go to Liberia. That's a proud institution for Congo people. So it's still existing today. Like your mission is still existing. And some of us got to go back and make our contribution to that institution, because there where some of us became men and met other men. Excuse me. But Pearl is from Boroville. They're from that center of Liberia and the whole religious institution of Liberia. And this woman has a wealth of knowledge. She's a pastor. She's a counselor. She's an outspoken woman. So I got to give Pearl her kudos. Okay? She have always been there speaking up. She is respected by the Liberian people. She speaks her mind. She said what she wants to say. And she said it yesterday in the church. When I read that thing, that's why I had to give her a kudos. Because she talked about Liberia and some of the great contributions he made to not only Christianity, but to the Liberian society. These were people who believe in the merits of Black people. These are the people that came to Liberia with visions to build a great nation, not based on race or ethnicity or tribe or anything, but to build up Black people, to rise as Black men. These were the people that came with the ideals of making Liberia a great nation. And you see, this is where Pearl Brown comes from. Because she was telling us, or she told her congregation, that we're losing our country. We're losing the country that our forefathers fought for. People like that carry them, who believe in the powers of Black people and were not willing to give up our country because of dependency, because we want what other people got. Because what other people got is what we need. No. He was one of those that came with the idea of building a nation on the merits of Black people, telling the world that we are capable and competent men and women to build our nation. And when you come from a culture of self-dependency, self-pride, self-esteem, self-independence, you treasure the things that you work hard to build. But you come, you don't know nothing. You don't participate in nothing. You don't give to nothing, nor do you take for anything. You have no love, no inherent love for that thing. So every time I listen to Pearl Brown, she just starts in the Liberian people. She telling them about what we lost. She telling them about the greatness of our people who came here, who brought the ideas. You don't hear that no more from the other Liberian women. All the Liberian women telling us, Congo people dead. Congo people, there's no Congo people no more. That's why I heard Pearl talking about. Pearl was talking about Liberia, who came to Liberia mission, and he came with a belief that I am an African, irrespective of my conduct and my character. I have not received the credit due to me. I wish to go to my country where I shall be established by merit and not by the complexion of my skin. This was a man that was leaving America to come to Africa. And he said he did not care about his conduct or his character. He was an African. Whether he had adopted American ways, whether he had American conduct, whether he had mixed ideology or all of that, he was an African. And as an American, he had not been given the credit due to him. Why? Because they take the credit for Black people away from us and give it to other white men. And they still going on today. Look at what Donald Trump just did 4 years ago, try to destroy us and say we're worthless and everything. And now America is reeling because the young children don't even know their roots no more. But it's people that Pearl Brown-Bull in Liberia, amongst all the other women that's scared to talk, that say they want independence, they're leading Lapa revolution, all the thing. Pearl Bull come and see it like it is. She her own Lapa revolution. So my whole show today is to just give my kudos to Pearl. You see, she also talked about us being in trouble because the foundation upon which Liberians were built is faulty. That means it's not right. It's shaky. Yes, we have problems. From the founding of Liberia, there has been problems with our tribes, with our ideas, with our religion, with our beliefs, with everything. We have had problems. And all our women abroad have lost their minds. And that's why I'm talking about Pearl Bull today. Because Pearl Bull is a woman to emulate, to try to follow, emulate, to learn about. She's a highly educated woman, self-improved. She tell you from 18 years old, and I think she was in the quotes from the old days. You know, and you gotta listen to that kind of thing. You gotta pay respect to it, because I hear all the women talking about women liberation, women, right? And they don't know what they're talking about. Even the rape they're talking about in Liberia, they're not consistent about their rape. They're talking about human rape, not the chimpanzee raping the children. So who's going to stop the chimpanzee from raping the children now? You're going to follow them in the bushes? I said yesterday. And that's why I got to take my hat off to Pearl Bull. You know what? Yeah, her in this foolishness. When she talk her thing, she talk her thing. She's staying what she is. She's staying what she is. And those are the kind of people we need in Liberian society. These are the people we don't have to tell us the truth. They don't try to hide our people's culture and our roots, because the native people want to force us to identify with them. You can't force me to identify with you. Your ways, your behaviors, your knowledge, your consciousness will cause me to want to join you. But if you are useless, your consciousness is mediocre, your education is mediocre, your thinking is mediocre, how will I want to join you? I can't join you, because you are deceitful to yourself. You are a liar to yourself. You betray yourself. I can't join you. And that's why I'm tired with Liberian people today. I'm tired with the lies. I'm tired with the deception. That one I read Pearl Bull thing this morning, and she's talking about how we're on the faulty foundation that has upheld this nation for 173 years. You heard what she's saying? She's saying as bad as our nation has been and is still, we have been able to keep our unity intact for 173 years. Now, why are we losing our minds? She said because of the excessive greed, because of the selfishness, because of the deceitfulness. She said it right here. It has become the order of the day for selfish wealth accumulation. All of this, we destroy our country for selfish wealth accumulation. Look at Bernard Uri. Look at Elliot Cummings. Look at Elliot Johnson Sally. All the people stole their money. Yes, Elliot worked in foreign company, but he supported stealing in Liberia. He supported corruption. That way he came and sat under Ellen Johnson Sally for 12 years and didn't say shit about nepotism and corruption. You see? And these are people I can't vote for. Same thing with Darius Dillon. I was listening to Susie Gange That beautiful Liberian bright girl. And she was saying the same thing. We can't trust Darius Dillon. We can't trust our leaders in Liberia. We can't trust none of these people. Look what Darius Dillon did to us. Look what Congli, what her name? Congli or Kanga Congli. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Look what she did to us. We put those people in power. They didn't even get in power for 6 good months. They turned the whole thing over to a criminal called Musa Ability. Musa Ability. A man who is being punished on the world scene for corruption. Right there, I lost confidence in Darius Dillon. I was finished with Darius Dillon. I was finished with Nomli Kanga. I was finished with all these people. They are useless. They are useless. You see, maturity is proactive, not reactive. You think about things before you do it. Because when you do it, it's hard to fix it again. It's hard to come back to change it. So before you make a decision, you use your head. If you don't use your head, your body will suffer. We tell you time and time again. So Pearl goes on to say, we are losing our country. Our Christian institution has collapsed because our people don't believe in God no more. Our people don't believe in the significance of Jesus Christ no more. We have no real Christians in our country no more. We have nothing but practitioners, juju practitioners trying to use the church as a stepping stone to wealth and selfishness. The same she's talking, greed, evil. That's the same thing she's talking here. Same thing she's talking here. And she talked about how Liberia, Mrs. Liberia, was one of the only women to sign to start the Baptist church, the first Christian church in Liberia. There were 6 or 7 men with one woman, and she was Liberia's wife. She signed it. One of the only women in that age and day to sign something that was male dominated. So she came to spread the belief with her husband, how he felt about Liberia, how they wanted Liberia to be owned only by Negro people, so we could prove to the world that we are competent men and women, that we have merits of our own, and nobody can take it from us. But look at my native people today stealing everything. Look at my native people today, still talking about our country and country native thing. Look at my native people today, can't even build a road from here to Maryland. Look at my native people today, still doing ritualistic killing and want to be in power forever. Look at my native people today, destroying Liberia worse than ever before. Look at my native people today, just acting native. Just as they have acted for 173 years. Ignorant, dumb, don't want to learn English. I read Taylor Ewing thing today, talking about people must just say Happy Easter to her. They mustn't say Jesus has aroused, Jesus raised, Jesus was aroused. These are people who can speak English. She said, you know you can't speak English. Don't try to write big thing to me. Just say Happy Easter. She said, and the thing she hate the most when people say Happy Esther. So Taylor, you had to your right underwear the thing she hit. And my cousin Pearl telling you, you're losing Liberia because you're nothing but rogues and criminals and selfish, evil, wicked people. And Liberia can never be built on wickedness, on evil, on treachery, on betrayal, on traitors. We can't build a nation like that. And it's time for the new Liberian people to come alive, to rise up from our ignorance, to listen to a woman like Pearl Brown, not the other foolish people in Liberia following Ellen Johnson Sally, doing everything. Yeah, Pearl got her faults too. She's not perfect, but she's a strong Liberian woman. And I respect her. Even though I stay pissed off with her for my share of that money, but I respect her. And my young children, these are the kind of women we want in our society. Women who will stand up without fear and state if it's wrong, it's wrong. Women who are educated and in understanding our culture and our ways and not afraid to identify themselves for who they are. You are an American Liberian. Why you want to say you're not American Liberian? Because you're afraid of the Congo people, Native people? Because for 473 years, Native people have tried to force us to change to them. We don't change our identity. And that is in my mind trying to do to me. My name Chesson, she want me to change my name to Thomas. For what? I know my power. It's not like I don't know my power. I'm not here for you and my power first. Don't bring me into that thing. Then you go and bring a man for free time and say, I'm going to change my name to him, and we are two sister countries. When you don't know your society and your country, you will fail time and time again. And our women fail because they don't know our country. They subject themselves to men and let men rule their lives. You know, so when you see a strong woman like Pearl Brown-Bull standing up and talking from time immemorial, being a lone warrior when she needs to be, not having her voice silenced, you got to respect that. So today, I dedicated my show to Pearl Brown-Bull, and my show is done. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to be leaders of our country, you have to be real men and real women. To be leaders of our country, you cannot subject yourselves to the evil that's perpetrated in our country and remain silent and support it. Then you come out during times when we are weak and in despair to claim your heroship. You have nobody to follow you. The time of the Liberian people is now. Attorney Commander Chesson stands ready to change my country and people. Not under this system of democracy. It's a failure. It's a mockery. It's a disgrace. Here, AFL, rise. Attorney Commander awaits your arrival. Aluta! Continue. Have a good day, my people.
Hello, and welcome to the Pepper Bird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepper Bird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years, and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please, give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.